Okay, I'm going to make jalapeno and cheese stuffed bacon wrapped chicken for the oven, as well as I'm going to make some roasted cauliflower. So I butterflied boneless, skinless chicken breast and put a bit of cream cheese on it. Then I'm going to put some pickled jalapenos in it. My recipe said fresh, but I don't have fresh, so I'm trying to use up what I have. And there we go. And I'm going to sprinkle it with some Old Bay seasoning, as I absolutely love this stuff. It goes on everything. And then I'm going to put a piece of cheese. The recipe said shredded, but I'm too lazy, so I'm just not doing that. And I'm going to close it over, shove that back in. And then I'm taking move my knife out of the way. My chicken. This is really hard to do one-handed. There we go. I put the chicken on top of the bacon and I wrap it around. Another piece, 2 or 3 pieces. I'm using a really cheap bacon that I got on sale. It's called campfire bacon. It's usually like crappy end cuts, but it still has the bacon flavor. Usually I make it when I use things like peas and rice or dirty rice, where you cook up some bacon and chop it up. Still gonna taste good, not gonna look so great. Putting this, and then I'm gonna put this in the oven for, I think it's 375 for some minutes. I'm gonna check the recipe. Oven for 350, and I'll let you know how it is. Now I'm doing the cauliflower. I'm just putting a bit of oil in, and I'm gonna stir that up. And then I'm putting that Old Bay seasoning in because it's really, really good on cauliflower. And I'm going to put a little bit of water in there. And then I'm going to roast it in the oven with the chicken. Now I'm sauteing the last little bit of bacon from that package. I am now sauteing the bacon, and I'm going to hide pumpkin in here, which is leftover pumpkin I found in the freezer, dated November, which was Halloween jack-o'-lanterns roasted and pureed, basically free. And I hide pumpkin in almost all of my pasta sauces, especially spaghetti sauces, where it is easier to hide in. But now I'm going to do it into this cream sauce, this creamy bacon sauce. Pumpkin. And I'm going to do this with a cream sauce for this tortellini that I bought. I have 2 packages of that. They say 4 servings in one package, so about 8 servings. But I find that if I don't make 2 packages of it, I will have hungry people. So I'm making 2 packages of it, and then I'll have some left over for lunch tomorrow, which tomorrow's lunch is going to be a bunch of leftovers because I have hot and sour soup left over from yesterday, enough for 3 to 4 people, plus onion soup from today for 1 person. So we should have an interesting lunch tomorrow. Now I'm going to add some chopped garlic, about 5 cloves. It's really hard to hold my phone and cook. Get that cooking up. And then I will add a little bit of flour. I have some out, and then I'll make a roux with a can of milk and a little bit of cream cheese and the pumpkin. I'll show you that in a bit. This is bacon fat I keep in a jar from leftover bacon. When you're cooking bacon things. So I added some more in here. I add a bit of it to the pot with the bacon to give it some more bacon flavor, and instead of adding butter for the roux, it's a way to stretch bacon. Now I'm going to add some flour, and it's more by sight. It depends on how much fat you have in there to the flour till it comes to a nice paste. Stir it around. You want to keep on adding a bit of flour till it's kind of really thick and pasty, and then you can add your liquid after it cooks a bit on the stove, because it needs to get a little bit brown. For cream sauce, if you are making a different sauce, it has to get browner, but I'm watching it sizzle, and then I will add the can of milk as well as a can of water to make the sauce. So I used about, that was a full cup, and I didn't use a full cup. I used maybe 1/3 to 1/2 a cup of flour. Trying to get this to brown a little bit, but you don't want it too brown. I'm going to add a bit of milk. And what I've done before too, also with the milk, this is condensed milk. Add water to it, as it really doesn't affect the creaminess much in the sauce. So, and this sauce is just, I'm just pulling this out of my head. I'm making like a cream sauce. Put some bacon in, a little bit of pumpkin, and some cream cheese, and garlic. It'll all be good. Now I am just going to stir this and see how thick it is, and then I'm going to add some garlic powder to give it more garlic flavor, as it's not quite garlicky enough for me. I'm going to be adding this pumpkin. So it's about 2 cups of pumpkin. if you puree the pumpkin, it hides really, 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 really well in soups and sauces. Usually I hide it in a spaghetti sauce because you literally can't find it. So if my kids can't find it, they can't pick it out. Shh. My kids don't like squash. They do like pumpkin, but only like pumpkin pie or muffins. But they don't usually like squashes or eggplant or things like that. But they do eat them on a weekly basis. They just don't know about it. So basically all my spaghetti sauces or chilies have tons of hidden vegetables. Like I have one kid who doesn't like carrots. I cook everything with carrots. They just don't know about it. Sometimes I have it chopped in something and they might pick it out. But usually if I have it in soup and stuff, I chop it too small that they can't really pick it out. Now I'm going to add some cream cheese, and I just took about a quarter of a block of cheddar. I just broke it up into chunks because I'm too lazy to try and cut it and shred it. I just put it in the container that had the pumpkin, so that it's an old cheddar cheese, or sharp cheddar for you Americans, to add a cheesy flavor to my pumpkin cheese sauce. Now the water is boiling, so I'm going to throw the tortellini in. There we go. For it. Stir it around. I had put oil and a bit of salt in my pot for this to cook. Now this should be ready in about 6 minutes. And the cauliflower looks ready, and the chicken, it looks ready. I wish you could kind of see it. And there you go, the chicken stuffed with cheese and jalapeno, the roasted cauliflower, and the garlicky, cheesy, bacony tortellini. And there's the other ones in the pan. That thing that's in there is like a sliplat, but you actually could put it on the barbecue grill as well. Hopefully to keep it from getting stuck on, which is doing a great job.